Hi everyone, I'm Roger Gould, creative director of the theme parks team at Pixar Animation Studios, here to celebrate 10 years of Cars Land. When you think about lands throughout the Disney parks, you think about Adventureland and Fantasyland, and these are really frameworks for many different story experiences. But when we decided to make this entire land Cars Land, that meant we were going to create a single immersive story for an entire land, which was really unprecedented in the Disney parks. So this was all parking lots. And the day that we actually broke ground and started building Radiator Springs was incredibly exciting. But it was a massive, massive project because we were building an entire mountain range. This mountain range is an extraordinary example of forced perspective. So working out in the scale model, both in sculpt and in paint, we were trying to make sure that when you stood here, you could feel like these mountains were miles and miles away. And as we saw this coming up out of the ground, first in giant steel and then slowly in plaster, we saw that this entire mountain was coming to life. The centerpiece experience of Cars Land is Radiator Springs Racers. We spent years developing that story, building all of those animated characters. When we were finally able to get on a ride vehicle, Kevin Rafferty and I rode the attraction hundreds and hundreds of times, tweaking every detail of the acting of our cars, music, lighting, to really just tie in this experience. And we were working until literally the day before guests were here to come. We made our last tweak and got out of the building and said, I think we got it right. In the movie Cars, we don't spend much time inside the buildings in Radiator Springs. So that was an opportunity for us to really expand the story and find new ways to push the storytelling. Here in Luigi's Casa della Tires, we created these amazing memorabilia cases stuffed with artifacts from Luigi and Guido's adventures around the world. From their life in Italy to their adventures in Radiator Springs, their exciting times at the Piston Cup circuit, and all the way to their travels around the world in the World Grand Prix. And here in Flo's V8 Cafe, we're celebrating Flo and the Motorama Girls, the girl group that she led, with all their album covers from Jeep Date to Hubba Hubba Hubcap to Go with the Flow and Ain't No Highway Long Enough. And finally, we have this overlook map that names every detail of Ornament Valley, from the Cadillac Range to Pipes Peak to the story behind Taillight Caverns. You know, Pixar and Imagineering, we went on an amazing road trip on Route 66, a field trip to really understand the world that inspired the movie Cars. And the thing that really struck us was the incredible sense of hospitality and warmth that we experienced on Route 66. And that's what our cast members have done for the last 10 years. They've invited people to drive on in to Cars Land and hang out in Radiator Springs and really brought that spirit of warmth and hospitality to life in a way we could only dream of. It's incredible. It's been 10 years since we opened this land, but when we were building a mountain range, we all hoped that it would be here for a long, long time. Happy 10th anniversary, Cars Land.